my recording cut off. I didn't have enough space. I had to delete Instagram. So, oh yeah, I ain't bound to social media. I'm taking breaks. So anyway, what was I? So it was a white flash, and I was a baby, and I was in a stroller, but I was conscious. I knew everything that was going on. And then it was in a village. So this is in Europe. This is taking place in like it's like Eastern Europe. It's somewhere there, right? Middle Eastern Europe. I'm pretty sure this makes sense, but somewhere in Europe. I just know for a fact it was in Europe somewhere. It was a woman, right? And I'm assuming it was my mom at the time, right? And was pushing me on the stroller. And basically, everybody was outside, like at the village, bro. It was nighttime. It was like midnight, it was like nighttime, but everybody was outside. Basically, they were celebrating all the newborn babies, just worship all the babies, right? You know, my father was like the king. Like, he ruled the throne or some sort. So, when my mom took me up to, like, the throne, he picked me up, he looked at me, right? And he had all this evil energy. He had a lot of bad energy with him. And, you know, I started crying because, you know, I realized in that time his energy was off. It was horrible. Like, I just saw evil in his eyes. Like, his energy was really bad, negative. And then, as I looked him in he looked me in my eyes, right? And then something in my head, something just told me, yo, don't stop crying. Just stop crying and smile. Just play it off. Stop. As if it was like a warning, like just trying to help me out. Like, just don't try to make him look bad type stuff, right? That's exactly what I did. I just smiled and stuff. And then he just did this, and he just lifted me up like that over his head. Like, he's big as ever. And then the whole entire village celebrated. It was like, woo! Woo! It was yelling, screaming, and also it was celebrating, happy. And then, fast forward 13, 14 years later. Now I'm 13, 14 years old at the time. And we was at the same place in the village where just 13 years before that all the babies being celebrated. It was at the same place, but apparently we had become allies. Like, the village had become allies with another village, and it was just basically celebrating the peace treaty. And there was a bunch of women, right, walking, going through, and it was basically they was all about to go walk up to the throne and stuff, basically being celebrated and stuff, right? And there was one female, she caught my eye because she was so beautiful, right? And I was like, yo. But then we both looked at each other in the eye. She saw me too, and she smiled. And I was like, yo, I gotta go up to her and talk to her. And I had friends with me, and they just like my friends today. It was hyping me up. I just realized that they was just like my friends today, bro. They were just hyping me. I'm like, yeah, man, you better go. You gotta talk. Hey, I was like, hey. So as I was about to walk, I was walking in their direction, right? Because now, basically at the point, everybody from the other village is at, like, the throne, basically. That's what I call it. Like, the main center of the temple, or like the main center of the village, I assume, I guess. And walked. And then this duck, like, guys, it's gonna sound weird, okay? This may sound weird, but like a duck grabbed me, right? But let me explain, it wasn't an actual duck. It was just like more of a disguise, because his identity, I guess his identity wasn't, I wasn't ready. It wasn't the right time for his identity to be revealed to me, right? So I looked down and I was like, yo, it's a duck. I was like, yo, what's up? And then he's like, okay. This is like legitimate what he said. Like, I remember pretty much all the conversations. It was like, she's like, man, chill, man. I'm not actual duck. I just look. This is just how I'm looking towards you, cause and he said, you're gonna see my identity later on. So that's how I knew. Okay, that's just for some reason. All right, his identity is being covered up right now to be revealed later on. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, how about you just wait till we all are in the castle and then ask her out and stuff, right? I was like, okay, that makes sense. He said, you don't want to be disrespectful or nothing. I was like, alright, yeah, that makes sense. So we're in the temple, right? So now we're in the back of the castle, right? And on me, I'm about to write her a letter, right? We had feather, like, it was spot on details, right? Feather pens. And I was writing my letter, and I remember this year I was what's that thing called when you could write with both hands? Use both hands. I forgot what it's called, ambidextrous, yeah. So I was writing my left hand, but it was good handwriting, but it just didn't feel right. So I switched to my right hand. No lie, like this big black creature walked by and was like, yo, Why are you riding with your left hand? I started screaming. I was like, what the heck? Then just disappeared. Walked away. So when I started riding my right hand, first leg, and give it to her. I remember the exact coordinates. I was like, go to 15A. Like, I don't know. I was just describing where to meet me, right? And then I was there, and then I just went over, and then I went to the place I told me, man. And then I'm just pacing back and forth. I'm like, okay. Oh, yeah, before this, right? So before this, right, so after they was all being celebrated, I went to the changing room, right, to change from my armor to, like, change from what I was, basically, I don't exactly even remember exactly what I was wearing. I was wearing something. Basically, I was changing to more appropriate, clothes, you know, given the fact we're about to eat. So, I don't need to be dressed like I'm about to go to war, right? I don't know. I was dressed like as like the soldiers there. So anyway, I'm changing, right? And then people walk in, a bunch of girls walk in. I was like, whoa. Okay, I was just like, what the heck? And they was like, they said something to me. I said something back, and then the girl I liked, she said, oh, wrong changing room, and they left. And I was just uh, like, okay, like this, like I'm dead serious. I'm saying all this, like, okay. So now fast forward back. Then I'm just pacing back trying to think about what am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? Like I'm actually like really smooth in this dream. Like in this dream, actually, I mean not dreaming. In this vision, I'm pretty smooth, right? Because I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't asleep. This is like what I was saying. I wasn't sleeping. But anyway. And then she came, a girl came from the corner, right? I mean, I didn't see her, right? I was just had my back turned, and then this female voice said, wait, expecting someone? And I turned around, and as I was turning around, I said, yeah, this beautiful, and I saw who it was her, and I was like, hey there. And she was like, beautiful. She like started like smiling, right? And we had a conversation. She was like, oh, how old you is? She's like, so basically, we was just talking a little bit. I still remember the conversation. I actually wrote the conversation down. So I'm gonna need to get my book, but where I wrote it down. But I was about to tell her my name. I don't know. I had some type of name. Like I had some type of foreign name. I can't pronounce that name right now. I can't pronounce that. But oh yeah, we was also able to speak different. I can also speak other languages. Never language I never heard before, but like I understood it and knew what it meant, type stuff, right? So I was about to say, hey, my name is this and that. I was about to say my name. She cut me off and she was like, your name, you're about to tell me your name. This I quote, right? You're about to tell me my name. I mean, this is what she said, and I quote. So you're about to tell. She said you're about to tell me your name, but you rather prefer to be called by your nickname. Now, I mean, I like to be called by my nickname in real life, in this life, Jerem. Okay, so I like to be called Jabari or Jay. Spiritual J. Spiritual J, that's my spiritual name. No, I'm sorry out here. But basically, J-A-I is pretty much what I go by, J. And she was like, and then she said my nickname, J. I never told her my name or nickname. She couldn't have known this, right? So I asked her, I straight up asked her, like, how do you know that? She leaned in and like started talking like in a whispered voice. She was like, she said that she was psychic, that she's psychic. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she asked me how old I am. I said, I'm 13, but I'm about to turn 14 in 7 days. I made sure to say, I'm about to turn 14, okay? So I'm 13, about to turn 7, this is in June, right? I remember the months, dates, all that. I'm 13, about to turn 14 in 7 days. So she was like, And then she said that she's 14, about to turn 15 in 2 months on August 3rd. And the time it was in June, sometime in June. I don't remember when in June, it was just in June. And I was like, okay. And then basically, I asked her, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? Wait, no. Before all this conversation, so I asked her, did she want to be my girlfriend, right? And she said, yeah. She smiled. She was like, yeah. She yelled, like, yes. And I was like, and she was all happy. And I was like, wait, for real? Because I actually think she was going to say yes. So she actually said yes. And then she went out and hugged and kissed me, right? She kissed me, right? And then everything I just said before, I said after. Okay. Oh my God, I get messed up. So basically, I told her my name. I was about to tell her my name after, but then she cut me off, right? All that told her. That was after we made official, right? And then we went. Then she was like, okay, well, she said, okay, let's go eat dinner. And then went to eat dinner. Then the vision went out to another one real quick, and I was just. Oh yeah, by the way, in this dream, in the vision, I was mixed. I don't know what my nationality was. Like, I'm dead serious. I knew I wasn't full white. I was like white and something else. I was European, obviously. Well, I saw my skin tone. I never got to see what I actually looked like. But you know what I mean? Right now, I'm brown, bro. But in the dream, in the vision, past life regression, I was like tannish. I was like tannish. I wasn't white. Like, I already knew that. Like, I knew that. That was like a thing I just knew. I just knew I was mixed with something, but I didn't know what I was mixed with. The girl was Venezuelan. At that point, that's what, yeah, she was Venezuelan, oh my gosh. Venezuelan, oh my, y'all know what I'm trying to say, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm trying to say, okay? So anyway, she was Venezuelan, and I was mixed with something, I just don't remember what. I know the dad thing is cutting off, but the thing, but I know my dad in there he was white, right? Dang, is that a knockout? She just got her stuff knocked out. I'm still watching UFC, boy. I'm not watching, I just have an off background effect. But anyway, so she's Venezuelan. My dad in the vision, he's white European, something like that. I'm mixed, but I don't remember. I don't know what. It was never said. I just know that I was mixed. I was told that. Okay, y'all, I'm finna try to wrap this up real quick. Cause I'm not enough space on here. That's so stupid. But pretty much this is the end of it, right? Then the vision just cuts off to the next one. It was a short one. This is the reason why it probably will last longer. But the guided meditation I was using was like 47 minutes long. At this point, it was like 45, 46 minutes, and then she was wrapping up the guided meditation, right? And my vision was still going until she wrapped it up. So anyway, I was like this kid. I was this kid in this war zone. I was walking through a war zone, right? I don't know what country I was in. I was in this desert country, right? And it was soldiers standing around. And I'm like a little boy. I'm like 7, 8 years old walking. And again, this dream too, I'm not black neither. Like, I'm not brown. I'm some other nationality. This, like the difference in this one, I don't know what country I was in. Anyway, I was walking, the soldier, he looked at me, he grabbed the gun, like he had a gun, he was holding his gun obviously. He got the shotgun and just hit it on my... Hey y'all, alright bro, the video cut off again, but anyway, so in the aggression, right, I was a little boy, right, walking around, it was in this wars, it was like a war was going on. I don't remember timelines, I don't know what country it was, don't know my age, none of that, right? So the soldier, he grabbed the gun, like, he was holding his gun, his rifle or whatever, it just hit me, like right here, from here to here, right, in this area. Now I do have red marks right here that I've had since I was little, but I remember getting those, so I can't, so yeah, I couldn't really chalk that up to actually being a scar that fallen on from another life, but maybe I can, because it's still here, but anyway. And then I got up, right, and I just started like hitting my little tiny fist trying to do something, right? I was mad. And he just started laughing and saying that he was just joking, he was just playing. I'm like, nah, bro. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Entering bitch. I don't know who that is, but that was my past life progression, bro. This video's probably gonna be a little bit longer because that's honestly how it was. I mean, this was a 40+ minute past life regression, bro. But yeah, that's it. I don't think I left out any details. Yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. I got a lot more videos to be bringing y'all, bro. I got a lot more stuff to talk about. It's been connecting, bro. Alright, guys. NG Soldier, peace, love, positivity. Alright. Love y'all, bro. Keep raising your vibration. Don't get stuck and held on this third dimensional stuff, bro. You need to raise your consciousness, bro. Connect, meditate, all that. Maybe get outside in nature, man. I mean, if you're not scared to go outside, then okay. Try to get yourself some nature, man. All that. Out. Peace. Ayy.